on the Skyplex. We actually like most of what they want to do from a retail function and so forth. We are concerned about the height. But that's not a competitive issue. It's a neighborhood issue.
Welcome back to Central Florida Spotlight. We asked Universal Orlando to come on and discuss its opposition to the Skyplex project, which has become a big part of that development story. But unfortunately, no one from Universal returned our calls or emails. But since so much is going on along I-Drive right now, we decided to continue a discussion about Central Florida's main tourism corridor and its future going forward. So I'm now joined by Maria Ciscari. She's the president and CEO of the International Drive Resort Area Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And of course, we have Alberto Vargas, Orange County planner, and you're more in the mix. I know that, Maria, you're not in a position to talk about Skyplex, but let's talk about planning and zoning, Alberto, when it comes to the Skyplex. Why do you think there were reservations there from P&Z?
P&Z had some general questions regarding the height as well as the lighting related to the project itself. I think those general questions were presented and too early in the discussion process related to a PD process to be discussed at that particular time.
So what bearing do you think the P&Z will have on the December 1st meeting that we've talked about?
I think generally it's a very straightforward recommendation coming from Planning and Zoning to the Board of County Commissioners. The Board of County Commissioners takes all the information related to the application itself and a staff report, and they will make a decision right then and there.
Mm-hmm. So based on your knowledge of what's going on, and you deal with this on a regular basis with iDrive, what's your best guess as to what will happen on December 1st?
My guess is that my guess is extremely neutral right now. Staff has a positive staff report moving forward as a recommendation coming from staff to the Board of County Commissioners, and they would take the staff recommendation as well as Planning and Zoning recommendation, and then make their own decision to vote at that particular time.
Have you seen Universal get this involved in a project, and what do you make of their opposition?
I have not experienced Universal involvement in the past with this particular project and the caliber of this particular project. It's been an interesting process so far.
And I know from your vantage point you cannot discuss this, but it does show you how valuable a stretch of land this clearly is when you have Universal, Skyplex, and others really concerned about it. What's your take from the Chamber?
Well, you know, the International Drive Resort Area Chamber of Commerce is just excited about all the growth that's going on International Drive. We have over $1 billion of new and planned developments. So it's a very exciting time for International Drive. We're thrilled with all the new developments and all the growth. We believe everybody benefits from all of that. So we're excited in general for all the activity going on International Drive.
Why would you think that iDrive is so hot, this boom with these a la carte type attractions that they're pumping millions of dollars? These aren't just tiny projects. These are major investments.
Absolutely. You know, International Drive has really transformed into its own resort destination. We have a world-class resort destination, over 100 hotels, over 350 restaurants, 900 retail outlets. We have the second largest convention center in the country. We are a bona fide resort destination, and I think people have all through the years, you know, seen that happen and want to be a part of it, because success breeds success, and that's what we're experiencing right now on International Drive.
Alberto, from your vantage point, you've been tasked with a project, iDrive 2040. Moving forward, 2040 seems like a long way away, but when it comes to planning and zoning, approving projects, it starts today.
Absolutely. And the great thing about that, Greg, is the fact that we have already received a very positive acceptance of the vision plan by the Board of County Commissioners on November 3rd. That gives us, staff, the facilitators of this great process, a green light to continue to move on to the most challenging part of that process, which is the development of the code that will implement that visioning plan into a 5, 15, and 25-year time frame and phasing. Correct.
And for you, Maria, when you look at that plan, and we have some of those pictures that we're sharing with the public today, What do you think about iDrive going forward? From my vantage point, living here for 30 years, it seems to me to be a bit of a hassle to go down to iDrive with traffic, and this will change.
Oh, well, absolutely. That's what this plan is going to do. And actually, through the years, International Drive has already evolved into an exciting resort destination that we're seeing more and more locals come to, because we do have so many restaurants and so many attractions. Not only the large theme parks that are second to none in the world, but we also have 23 smaller attractions that people come and visit. And this plan is going to be really narrowing down the future for International Drive and the mobility. Mobility will be key to this whole process, so that people can come, park their car, pedestrian-friendly access to all the businesses, in a seamless resort destination that is second to none in the world.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about Orlando Eye, one of the new projects that has really come out of the ground. Will it be successful if other venues are not built? We'll have that and more on Central Florida Spotlight. Welcome back to Central Florida Spotlight, joined again by Maria Triscari, President, CEO of the International Drive Resort Area Chamber of Commerce, and Alberto Vargas, Orange County Planner. Again, thank you both for being here. We see that beautiful Orlando Eye from just about any vantage point in Central Florida. Has it done what its intention was, to draw attention to iDrive?
Oh, absolutely. That now has become our iconic figure for International Drive. So it has been a great addition to the drive, and it's growing, and it continues to grow now. So yes, it's been fantastic for us.
What are the concerns that you all have going forward to seeing this master plan pulled together? Because if you have resistance from the big power players, in this case Universal, possibly down the road, who knows, Disney, is it possible to see the future as you have it on paper become a reality if you have all this opposition to growth?
I personally believe so. I think this is one particular project directly associated to one sub-district of the study area. We're talking about a 4,000-acre general overlay study area. The convention center campus area is 400 acres. So one specific project is getting a lot of attention right now. You've heard the history about where staff stands in that regards, and you've heard the original level of reaction from Planning and Zoning Board. The verdict is still to come from the Board of County Commissioners.
Interesting. So we have Disney and Universal, 1, 2, etc., SeaWorld. iDrive in and of itself, it sounds like this rebirth is, we want to be a major attraction, not just a road that has the convention center and a few shops for T-shirts on it.
We are our own resort destination now. You know, it's taken 43 years since the first hotel was built on International Drive. It's hard to believe it wasn't even planned to be a resort destination. It just happened to be the closest exit off of I-4 when Disney opened. But some very astute businessmen decided that we could absolutely become our own resort destination. And when the convention center was built on International Drive, it was a game changer. And that's what really made International Drive, people like Mr. Harris Rosen, decide to develop more and more. And other people came in and saw the same opportunities.
Certainly a lot of people down there, a lot of money. One thing is transportation, as you mentioned. Will we see some sort of a rail line from the airport or from the Sunrail bring people there so that they can walk those wider sidewalks and can enjoy it without having to get caught in traffic jams?
That certainly is in the dialogue level at this particular time. We have real international investors looking at the area, looking at the ridership, being attracted to that, and having specific dialogue going on right now regarding right-of-way agreements between Orange County and this investor that is talking about privately invest into a $400 million plus system that will eventually connect to the Orlando International Airport.
This is what I thought, that iDrive, so you have Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, and iDrive, and it'll be thought of in the future, if not already, as a destination in and of itself.
Is. Most definitely. And we're lucky the way we are centrally located, where we have SeaWorld on one end, Universal on the other, Disney less than 10 miles away. It's an incredible destination, and to be centered in such a fantastic location.
Should be great. We're going to look forward to it.
Yes.
All right.
We are too.
Thank you both for being here.
Thank you very much.
Happy
Greg.
Thanksgiving.
You too.
All right. And that will wrap up this edition of Central Florida Spotlight. Again, want to thank all of today's guests. Josh Wallach, Managing Principal for the Skyplex Entertainment Complex. Maria Triscari, President and CEO of the iDrive Resort Area Chamber of Commerce. And Alberto Vargas, Orange County Planner. 3 powerful people who have a lot to say about the future of iDrive. And thank you as well for watching today. Join us again next week for another edition of Central Florida Spotlight. Have a great remainder of your Thanksgiving weekend, and take care.